Okay?
Dorleen, it's good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you. On the Middle East, why is it that you don't have any comment at this time? It's been several hours since the reported strike. Certainly that's enough time for the administration to investigate and come up with something to say.
Oh, no. Here we go again. Here we go again.
I'm just going to be really mindful, just going back to what I said just before I called on you to ask me this question.
Okay.
I'm not going to speak or speculate about any of the reports that are out there. I'm not going to comment, and I'm just going to leave it there.
What? Oh, come on, man.
Can I ask you a domestic question?
Absolutely.
Average gasoline prices have risen about 20 cents a gallon in the past month. Oil production, domestic oil production is down slightly from its recent peak, and now we have the situation in the Middle East. How concerned is the administration about the combination of all of those things?
And here we go.
So we're going to continue to watch the markets very carefully. As you know, this is an administration, the Biden-Harris administration is committed to maintaining a stable and secure energy supply and lowering prices for Americans.
Really?
As you saw, the president, as you all know, when Russia invaded Ukraine and gas prices started to go up, inflation obviously was infected by that. The president took action and tapped into the SPR.
This is not true. This is not true at all.
So obviously we are focused on securing energy supply and, like I said, lowering prices for Americans.
That's a lie.
The United States' current record domestic oil and gas production is helping meet our immediate needs while we make the historic investment needed to transition into clean energy economy.
Really?
But obviously we're going to continue to watch the markets carefully.
Okay.
Karine, this level of silence from you guys about what's happening in the Middle East is really new. And I heard what you had to say. But can you explain why? Because the official line that we're not going to talk about this, that is the line, that is the choice.
That's right.
Is it part of your strategy to de-escalate?
Look, I'm gonna again be super mindful, and I get the interest. Obviously, I understand the interest, and gonna be disappointing many people here this afternoon.
What? Why? Why?
I just don't have anything to share. I'm not going to speculate on the reportings out there. You heard the same. Obviously, you said what we've been saying since this morning. You heard from Secretary Blinken, and so I'm just going to be really, really mindful. But as you asked me as well about escalation, I'm going to speak more generally. We have been very, very clear from here, from the beginning, that we do not want to see this conflict escalate.
Oh, really?
We continue to consult with our allies and partners, including in the region, obviously, and to reduce further risk of escalation in the region. And that's a sentiment that was expressed in the G7 foreign ministries joint statement that went out this morning.
What are you saying?
You heard that, obviously, from Secretary Blinken, who was part of that meeting. I'm just going to be super mindful. I'm not going to speculate or speak to any of the reportings that are out there at this time.
Well, no fucking shit.
And then domestically here at home, a third Republican is expected to join the motion to vacate Speaker Johnson from his post. Would the president encourage Democrats to save Speaker Johnson and his job? Was that part of the conversation that he had with the Speaker on Monday?
It's about to go down.
Well, I'll say this, and we've been very consistent, and I think that what I'll say will answer the question. We do not get involved when it comes to leadership, in whether it's the Senate or in the House. We're very mindful.
Why?
That is something that the members, in this case, the members in Congress, have to decide on. As it relates to Democrats, Leader Hakeem Jeffries. That's something that he and his caucus have to make a decision on. We do not get involved.
Huh? Okay.
The president doesn't have any opinion about
We
whether
do not.
Democrats should help save a Republican speaker in his job?
Look at this. Somebody come look at this.
I mean, I've been asked this question many times, whether it's on the Senate side or the House side in the last 2 years, almost 3 years, when we've gone through these types of exercises, or the House has gone, in particular, has gone through this exercise, and we've been pretty consistent. There's nothing new here.
Is that right?
We have said we're not going to involve ourselves in this. This is something, in this case, for members of Congress to decide.
Thanks, Karine. Just going back to the Columbia protests really quickly, does the president see these arrests as a threat to freedom of speech or assembly?
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
I mean, look, I got to be super careful. I got to be really mindful. There's an investigation currently happening ongoing with Columbia University about the Civil Rights Act, that's under the Civil Rights Act. And so going to be super mindful. I laid out the importance of freedom of speech, but also the importance of making sure that students don't feel fearful. And making sure students are able to go to school feeling safe. And so I have to be really, really careful here because there is an investigation. And so I'm just going to leave it there. I'll say one more thing. We understand that this time is incredibly painful for many Americans. And at the same time, right, it's important for schools to protect students.
Okay.
It is one of the things that we have to do as respecting, and also they must do this respecting freedom, their freedom, obviously, to debate on their campuses. But students should feel safe.
What the hell are you talking about?
Right behind you, okay?
Thank you. This is related to the situation in the House, but is it the view of the White House that the Gang of Eight has an intelligence Gang of Eight that receives the top-level briefings from the executive branch has 8 members, or is the Speaker pro tem?
Just keep going.
Mr. McHenry getting the security briefings at the very top level, or are there effectively only 7 members with the Speaker being vacant?
Oh, here we go. I would refer you to the Speaker pro tem. I don't have that information for you. I would just refer you to his office.
Well, duh.
All right, I'm going
You
to
haven't called on me in 2 seasons, Karine.
and not calling on you today. Go ahead.
Why? Why?
Go ahead, sir.
You should be ashamed
Go
of
ahead.
that.
Go ahead.
That shows
Go ahead.
disrespect to a free and
Go
independent
ahead.
media. It's a blacklist,
I'm gonna
one of our country's largest and most widely read newspapers, Karine. That shows contempt for a free and independent press.
Yeah, damn right.